watching the news at 6. I am Setuchinam. Our main headlines. Griffiths Otin Echampong officially declares his intention to stand for the position of the SRC president for the 2022-2023 academic year. The SRC Parliament appoints Rexford Dasa as the next chairperson for the Electoral Commission. Also tonight, a vigil was held in honor of the late Samuel Saki, the former SRC Speaker of Parliament. Heavy rainstorms hold throughout the week. We'll be looking at its impact on students' lives and academic activities. The Miss UHAS is back. Auditions have been opened. We'll tell you how to join the competition. Hello and welcome to the news at 6. We begin with some breaking news. Griffiths Otin Echampong has announced his intentions to run for the federal presidential race. This would make him the first person to announce his intentions to run for the presidential race. So let's look at his portfolio. He is a level 300 physician assistantship student who also contested last year with a running mate. Eugene Teria, a level 200 general nursing student, has also announced his intentions to stand for the position of the whole provincial president in the upcoming elections. Let's bring in our political correspondent, Prince Emmanuel, to discuss this further. Hello, you're welcome to UHAS Base TV.
Thank you for having me.
So, Prince, can you, according to what is going on right now, the breaking news, Griffiths has made his intentions known to the public that he is standing for the position of the SRC president. What would you have to say about, do you think he has declared his intentions too early or it's okay?
All right, so actually I don't think it's too early for him to declare his intention because he has contested before last year, so he's already been known by some people. But what actually surprised us was when he has decided to declare his intention to go as stand for the presidency instead of the running mate as it stood last year. That's what surprised most of us. So I don't think any time is too early for anyone to declare his intention. What matters is that you're able to put your message across earlier so that people can be able to know you better, know your policies, and decide who to vote for early. That one too will not also determine whether they'll vote for you, but it will give you an upper hand over others.
Okay, so based on what you're saying, you mean that because he has declared his intentions early, it makes him at more advantage compared to his competitors? In
some way, it's making more it puts him ahead of his competitors in some way.
So what would you have to say about Eugene? As you know, he's a level 200 nursing student.
Yes.
He's also making his intentions known to the public. So what would you have to say about that?
All right, so for Eugene, when I saw his intention that he wants to stand for the federal provincial presidents, I was surprised because he's level 200, going to contest against those who are in level 300, level 400. But for me personally, if he's going to do the work, and we are okay with it, because that's what we want. We want somebody who can be able to deliver, not just somebody who will be in the school, has been in the school for a long time, and just go and you can't even deliver because you're in level 400, we vote for you. We want a person who can be able to do the work. So if Eugene proves to be that person, we will vote for him. That's it.
Someone who can
exhibit the qualities of a good leader. Yes.
So what would you say about the other competitors or the other people who would like to also aspire for positions but have not yet made their intentions known to the public?
All right, so I'll encourage them to make their intentions known to the public because it's very important. Because as we are now, a lot of students don't know what is going on. as to whether those who are contesting. So if you make your intention known to us, we'll be able to evaluate all those who have presented their intention before us and know who will vote for. So it is very important, rather than you waiting to the end of, like towards the end or the start of election before you now can make your intention known to us. By that time, a lot of people would have already declared who they are voting for, so you may end up losing the election. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Still on student politics, the Student Representative Council of UHAS appointed a new electoral commissioner last Saturday. Rexford Dasa became the electoral commissioner for 2022-2023 academic year. He was sworn in by the Chief Justice. Dinah has more in this report.
Rexford Dasa, the current Vice President of Medical Students Association, has been elected as the SRC Electoral Commissioner. Rexford is a level 500 medical student who is a faithful member of Catholic Students Union. He has previously served as the whole electoral representative. After careful vetting, he came out top out of the many. He promises to be transparent and truthful at all times.
So we would be having the full coverage of the elections here on UHAS Base TV. So please do stay with us throughout the period. Away from politics, a vigil was held in honor of the late Samuel Saki, the Speaker of Parliament during the Apalu-led administration. The solemn ceremony was held to reflect on his life. Comfort reports.
The 5th Parliament of the UHAS SRC Parliament organized a candlelight vigil on Sunday, the 26th of June 2022 at 6 p.m. in memory of the late Speaker of Parliament for the 4th Parliament of the UHAS SRC, Right Honorable Samuel Hellman Saki. The SRC was joined by some invited guests, which included the SKBC Choir, the Speaker of Parliament, and members of the Youth Impact Parliament. Some able and active students of UHAS and HTU SRC parliamentarians also joined us.
But then he was a friend. I could remember when we came to level 100, he was the PRO for PASAG. And he was the only executive that would even come around to inform us of GA meetings. And at that time, we were even thinking he would be the person who is going to contest as the president. But it turned out that he contested as the vice president. Yeah, and he was not just, he was a brother. He was someone that you can call on with his smile. He would embrace anything you tell him. He's willing to take it. He doesn't fight with anybody. Yeah, that's a little because I could remember when I was appointed as the SRC PRO. That was his last time he came to perform his parliamentary duty, and after that he made a funny comment that now you are the bosses, a whole PRO there, and you're better, and we're all laughing about it. So when I was there, and a friend tested me that he heard the news of the death. As PRO, when I hear news, I don't really talk about it. I try to hold back and to verify the information. All the verification I tried doing were proving that yes, it was true. So myself, I couldn't broke the news. It was someone who broke it, and I confirmed it later. So still, it's a shock. Yeah.
The program began and prayers were said. His biography was read. Attributes were also read, and there were choir performances from the SKBC choir. Some members witnessing the occasion were interviewed, and we were told the late Right Honorable Samuel Hellman Saki was a humble person who listens and consults a lot about things. The Speaker of the Youth Impact Parliament, Right Honorable Jones Amegashi, advised us as students to learn the humility, listening, and the consultative behavior of the late Right Honorable Samuel Hellman Saki as a good legacy for we students to follow. Akupe make your comfort. We have this to you.
It has been raining all week. Now, if you are on campus before the rain begins, you would get stuck in the classrooms. This week, the Ghana Meteorological Service has announced bad weather throughout the week. In this report, Perpetua looks at how it has affected the lives of students on campus.
There has been a consistent downpour in the whole province. I was able to get the opportunity to interact with some students from the whole campus. With my interaction with them, they made it clear that this heavy rainfall is having an impact, a negative one for that matter, on their academics. It also made it clear that it is affecting their means of transportation to their various campuses.
Action.
Hello dear.
Hi,
Please, what's your name?
I'm Unity.
Or Inex, right?
Yeah, that's my name.
What program are you offering?
I'm a level 100 business student.
That's nice. You see, throughout this week, there has been heavy rainfall. So, as a student, how has it affected you in academics in general? How has it affected you?
Wow. It has really done a lot. Yeah, not that bad though, but then, first of all, the raining seasons has affected us a lot because you can't even wash your dress and then it will dry within some 2 hours time. But sometimes you have to wash like a jean and then it will take like 3 to 4 days to dry. Sometimes you can't even send it downstairs. The wind, when the rain is about falling, the heavy winds and all that, so you are scared to dry anything outside. And then also, it has made lectures somehow, some way boring because sometimes the cold weather, mostly we know cold weathers bring like about sleeping, like laziness and all that. So when you're in class, sometimes you feel like, when the way they mean I am commander, pardon me for my tree, but then that's yeah. So sometimes too, it makes the class dull. Like the weather is cold, everybody is sitting there quietly. There's nothing to really do. And then also from here to campus, it has made the road very bad.
Most of our posters are not close to the campuses, and so we always use the bus as our means of transport to the campus. And if you happen to miss the bus in the morning or have lectures in the afternoon, so the bus will be coming around, you find it difficult having a taxi or they can take you to the campus. Since when you release, the place becomes muddy and they get stuck in the campus. So they get stuck in the way. So no taxi or keke will want to fly that way. And therefore, you find it difficult convincing them to take you to campus. And you end up missing some of the lectures, or the lecturer will even get bored that you came late and you have to start from this class.
I'm Aban Johnson, Perpetua, reporting for EHAS Base TV.
Now, let's look at the week's other news. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, has donated to the University of Health and Allied Sciences a smart classroom system worth about $200,000, making UHAS one of the 4 beneficiaries in the whole of Africa. Still with us here on UHAS Base TV News at 6. Up next is Entertainment News with Chase.
your girl Christiana again, and I am back with a big bang. UHAS and its environs, where I and the team will dig deep, both on and off campus, to bring you all the juicy stuff you would want to hear. When the news hit the street, we would be there to cover it. All the trending issues would also be delved into, where we would have
Good evening and welcome to the Entertainment and Act segment. My name is Jace. TESCON is organizing a fun trip to Keita tomorrow, Saturday, for a cool 50 cedis. The trip is to help students enjoy the beauty of the town, and I don't think you want to miss this trip for any reason. The much anticipated Miss UHAS 2022 is here with us. Auditions have been open for interested people to apply. What are you still waiting for? Kindly visit our Facebook page for more information. Nominations have also been open for the Nooks Excellence Awards 2022. There is a lot of categories for you to check. You can see me to create a category for you. If you don't fall in any, to be a winner with no competitor. GDSA UHAS launched their week, opening with a very competitive quiz on Monday, followed by a health screening on the Wednesday, and crowned it with a cooking competition today. It was really entertaining. GDSA, let food be your medicine. And then with our last story on this segment is an awesome debate you should have witnessed with your own eyes last Wednesday. There was a lot of energy and education from this Pasag UHAS debate. We really want to see some of these things coming again. That's all from me. See you next week.
Oh yes, it's your girl Christiana again, and I am back with a big bang. UHAS and its environs, where I and the team will dig deep, both on and off campus, to bring you all the juicy stuff you would want to hear. When the news hit the street, we would be there to cover it. All the trending issues would also be delved into, where we would have a short interview with both students and non-students, their views on these issues. I can't wait, and I know you.
That's all for today's news edition. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Follow us on our Facebook. Follow us on Twitter for more breaking news alerts, and subscribe to UHAS Base TV News for more news content.